Hello everybody, it's Vicky again. I know I told you before that mostly I'm doing all the fashion bits and interchangeable capsule wardrobe, but today I thought that I'm gonna share with you something very interesting. Basically, because of the lockdown, you're not allowed to go to the shop, and you're not allowed to go to the cosmetic shops because they all closed. So instead of that, I went on Amazon and ordered 3 different foundations. And after I put my primer, I'm sorry, and after I put my primer, I'm gonna put a foundation, all of 3 in the same time. I'm gonna put one on the front of my head, another one on one cheek, and a third one on the other cheek. Basically, first of all, we're gonna see the coverage of the foundation, but also we're gonna see how it sticks to my skin and how it takes another cosmetics on. So I'm gonna use my Essence primer, which I bought in Wilkinson the other day, and I'm gonna apply to every single place where I put the foundation afterwards. I usually put over my hand like this. I know it looks a little bit creepy, but obviously I'm telling you it's a really good base. And even it's a little bit tinted because it's got like a little bit a beigey color. After I massage it to my skin, doesn't really look that beigey. There we go. We're gonna apply some base. Base got something like a satiny finish, so obviously as you touch in your skin, you've got a sensation of touching a satin or a silk. Very nice base, and it's not tacky, it's not sticky. Is just making your skin like a black canvas to starting with the foundation. So we've got a base on. So the 3 foundations we am gonna put on is Rimmel Match Perfection, and it says is invisible coverage, visible protected skin with tinted visible paraffin, SPF 20, and is in a color soft beige. The third one I'm gonna use Maybelline New York, and that one is obviously makeup up, and is in color sand. And the third one, which is gonna be perhaps a little bit too bright, but we will see in a minute, is from Maybelline New York. Is a matte and poreless, no matte to oily skin with clay, and that's in a warm ivory. We'll see how they're gonna work, because what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna apply on this side this foundation, on that side that foundation, and on my forehead is gonna go my Fit Me foundation. Right, let's start with application of my Maybelline base, again over my hand. It's a bit runny, I have to say. I'm not really convinced for that foundation, but we're gonna see. I'm gonna get a foundation brush, and I'm just gonna start to apply on this side. If the blush won't work, then obviously I start to applying with my hands, so we'll see how it goes. I like to apply foundation also on my eyelids because I haven't got any eye primer, so obviously I have to really work out with foundation. I ordered another primer, but it still hasn't arrived, so eye primer is gonna be for another video. And that side of my forehead. because as I said, the other foundation which I've got on the forehead is probably a little bit too bright for me, so that's why I put tiny bit of both foundations on the side of my forehead, just to working out the same as we working out with a highlighter. Right, I'll put that brush over there, so you know I'm not gonna use the same brush. I'll cover that up and put it on this side. Now I'm gonna get my Invisible Coverage Rimmel Perfection Match foundation, and I'll put a little bit further on my hand, so you know it's not the same foundation bit patch. And I'm gonna get another foundation brush and I apply on this side. As you see, the color is more or less same, which is called Sand. I'm just gonna apply over my eyelid as well, and obviously if I need it, I'll finish up with my fingers. Okay, as I said, a little bit on the forehead on this side, and then we put the third foundation on a proper forehead in the middle. Oh, sorry, there we go. And that one especially under my eyes, because I don't want any cakey place. I'm just gonna sort of with both hands, making sure the foundation went everywhere where needed. There we are on the eyelid. There we go. Okay, so that's two sides of my face with foundation done. It's a time for the third foundation. That one is a Maybelline Fit Me, and I'm gonna put on my fingers. You can see it's much lighter than my normal foundation what I use. So I'm gonna get a third brush. It's not really foundation brush, but for that part of my forehead it will work, and I apply over here. Now you understand what did I say about the highlighting option in the middle of my forehead. And I put the brush away, and I'm gonna blend it up with my hands. There we go. Now it works quite well. So obviously the foundation in the forehead, it make a little bit of highlight in that area, and the foundation on the side make a little bit contouring my face down. Right, okay, we've got a foundation, so now we're gonna need the powder, and I'm gonna ask my daughter, which is helping me to doing this video today, to pass me powder to powder up the foundation. I'll stop the video for the moment, and obviously I'll be back to you. Okay, I'm back again. I forgot to tell you that obviously I've got a Rimmel Lasting Radiance Concealer, and that's gonna go in my little socket under my eye. And if my daughter can pass me a beauty blender, please.
Here you go.
Thank you very much. My very, very useful beauty blender. It's not gonna eliminate those lines at all, but it's gonna brighten up a little bit, which is not gonna be as much on the first picture. Right, there we go. Okay, now we're gonna put the powder on, and to put the powder on we're gonna use Rimmel Stay Matte powder. I'm gonna get a brush and I'm gonna powder my face. Okay, powdering face done. As I said, I'm not gonna eliminate those little socket under my eye because obviously I'm not 25 years old, and obviously when you get older the muscles of your face are dropping down a little bit, the skin. So the only thing what I can do, I can put a little bit more concealer on there and pretty much hoping that is gonna cover that little bit of patchy thing.
My brushes are wet.
Takes a while to blend it. I'm gonna use a beauty blender. There we go. Tiny bit better. Okay. So generally starting with, I can see that this foundation it did a little bit better job because it gave me a full coverage. This foundation is still showing a little bit of my freckles and imperfection of my skin. But as I said, there's nothing I can do about it for now. I'm just gonna powder it again because after concealer I need to powder it. Right, and I'm gonna follow up with my makeup. At this point, I'm gonna do my eyebrows. So I'll be back in a minute. I'm just gonna get my eyebrow stuff. Right, for the eyebrow, I've got a Essence eyebrow pencil. It's a very thin pencil basically to fill up my eyebrows. My eyebrows, although I'm naturally very dark brown hair, my eyebrows never been so dark and never been so full. So what I need to do at the moment, sorry, I've got a mirror over here, I need to fill up my eyebrows. Okay. Now I'm just gonna get a fluffy brush and a little bit put the color in between my natural eyebrow hair. And yeah, at this point I'm gonna start with my eyeshadows, and I think I'm gonna use one of my palette which I bought in a range the other day, and I think it's gonna be W7 Down to Dust, or Dust to Down, which I'm gonna take it in a minute. So I'll stop the video and I'll get the eyeshadow palette. Sorry, I'm not really good with the names. Is Dusk Till Dawn. I know that is a dupe for one of the very expensive palettes. It looks like this. Okay, and I think today we're gonna create something like a smoky brown peachy orange eye, but we'll see how it goes. So first of all, I'm gonna get transition brush and transition color. My transition color is gonna be the third one on this side, that one there. And it's gonna go over my crease and in my crease. And I do exactly the same on the other side. Okay, I've got very hidden eyes, so obviously my technique to doing a makeup is to put something nice and bright to get my eyes a little bit out of the socket. And what I'm gonna do, in a crease I'm gonna put this brown Oasis color. It's a little bit more darker than camera is showing up, but you're gonna see it when I put it on eyes, I'm guessing. And I put that color in my crease. Now I'm gonna get a blending brush and just blend it up a little bit, so it's not gonna be as harsh line. With a circle motion, I'm just blending up that little bit, so it's gonna be visible, but it's not gonna be as harsh. Right here, that's done. Now what we're gonna do, we're gonna still use that brown color, and we're gonna go tiny bit down in my lash line and tiny bit in a corner on both sides. It's quite funny because obviously that brown color, which is brown on a palette, is looking like a very dark sort of burgundy red on my eyelid. But that's all right. I quite like that color. It doesn't really give me any problem. Okay, and for the other side of my eyelid, for the inner corner and 3/4 of my eyelid, I'm gonna go with a very, very shimmery shade. But to doing that, I need to wet my brush, and I'm gonna use one of the setting spray from Essence, which I'm gonna use afterwards to set my makeup. So I'm just gonna spray that brush to get it wet. And I'm gonna go with that shimmery color. I think I'm gonna use that kind of pinky, but still quite warm pinky color. And I'm gonna apply on my inner corner of my eye. With a wet brush. I'm doing it with a wet brush, so obviously all the glitter won't stay on a brush. It would transfer very nicely to my eyelid. Yes, I'm pretty happy with that result. I'm just gonna get a blending brush and blending all together, because obviously I don't want any harsh edges. And for the lower lash line, I'm gonna go with a very small brush. This is a brush from Primark, so obviously it's one of the cheap one, but it's really good for the lower lash line. And I'm gonna go with the same Oasis color, just to 3/4. And that on one side and the other. And for the other half, well, not half, 1/4 of my eyelid, I'm gonna go with the same brush, but I'm gonna take this purple, quite shimmery eyeshadow, but because I'm gonna apply with the dry brush, the shimmer is not gonna be as visible.
It's gonna be Susie, it's gonna be the same. No, it's gonna be the same again. Just look at.
And I'm gonna apply the same color, just tiny bit over the top eyelid. Right, I'm gonna go to Oasis again, the brown color, and I'm just gonna blend it one to another very nicely. And up on my crease. Okay. It's not something I planned before. It's absolutely random last minute decision to do that kind of makeup, but I really like it. I think it looks really fresh and really nice. It's got little bit of pink, little bit of purple, and a bit of brown, which is got a little bit of purple undershade for sure, because otherwise it wouldn't go bit purpley on the skin. So yeah, now I'm gonna go with mascara, and once I've done the mascara, I'm gonna go for highlight and bronzer. I don't know if I'm gonna do any contouring. I'm sorry, the light is absolutely terrible because the sunshine is bashing into the window, and obviously I'm a little bit in a shadow for now, and yeah, it's not looking very nice, but yeah, that's what I'm planning to do. Like in the evening when I wash out my makeup, I'm gonna tell you what I think about all the 3 foundations I put it on. Obviously I already know the eye palette because I used it so many times, so I don't have to review that one. But yeah, it is a really good palette. It's nicely pigmented. Is basically one of my favorite palette, to the point that obviously after I bought these 2 in range, I'm planning to order more from Amazon to make it the full collection of the palette for my use. Right, so I'm just gonna stop the video for the moment because I really want to do something, and I'll be back in a minute. Okay, I'm back again. I'm just gonna put some mascara on my eyelashes. I'm not gonna put any false eyelashes because obviously I'm not really practical with the false eyelashes, and it would take me a while to do it, so it's not a point to do it. But I'm just gonna put the mascara on my eyelid, on my eyelashes. And the one I'm using is a Flirty Eyes from W7. Very affordable mascara. I bought it in range, and I think I paid like $4.99 for it, or maybe $3.99. Very affordable mascara. Okay, I'm just gonna look in a mirror because obviously camera is not a big mirror what I need for the mascara. I'm gonna show you how it looks at the end. That's the first application. Right, second application. And to be honest, that mascara is actually making a job for my eyelashes, because my hidden eyes basically my hidden eyes basically are making my eyelashes completely invisible. So that mascara is bringing the eyelashes out of the brown socket and showing little bit of my eyelashes when I open my eyes and when I close my eyes. I'm gonna do the bottom line. I think you know what I'm talking about now. You can see my bottom lashes, don't you? It's really making a big change. Okay, I've got my eyelashes, I've got my eyeshadow, I've got my foundation and my powder. Now I'm gonna do a little bit of contour, and for the contour I'm gonna use bronzing powder. Which I'm gonna get in a minute, so I'll stop the video for now. Okay, I'm back. My bronzing powder is the one I bought it in a range a couple of weeks ago, and it's called Sunkiss Hello Sunshine. It's a matte bronzer, very nice, not too dark, and obviously I'm not doing classic contouring on my face. I'm just doing a classic free on my face. So basically I start from there, go on my cheekbone and under my chin. Again, I show you the other way. Starting there, going on my cheekbone and under my chin. Now I'm just gonna sort of move it a little bit around my hand, so get all the excess of the product on my hand and blend it nicely on my skin. And for a little bit of glow, I'm gonna use one of my favorite highlighter. I'm just gonna get it and I show you that one as well. This one I bought it in range as well a couple of days ago, and it's called Color Pro Strobe and Glow Shade Palette. It looks like this. It's got 2 highlighters and 2 bronzer powders. Okay, and they have a little bit of shimmer, and there's only one matte bronzer, which is that one there. That one is for glowing cheek, that one is highlighter, and that one is highlighter. I'm gonna start with a fluffy brush. I know it's not a highlighter brush, but I like to use it for highlighting my skin. And I'm gonna go with that goldy color there at the top, and I'm just gonna apply my highlighter. There we go. And the other side. Now I'm gonna go with my finger and go with the lighter shade and just put in a little bit here. And just massaging into my powdery base. Okay, the last thing what I'm gonna use is my blusher, and that one is from Primark. It's my favorite blusher. Is sort of a very subtle pink, so it's not really loud one. And I'm just gonna get a brush, tap it the excess of the product into the product, and put a little bit over my cheeks, just like that. Now obviously I'm gonna change the brush for the one which I powdered my face with, and just blend it up with the rest of the makeup. Right, that's everything what needs to be done is done. For lips, I chosen to go very natural lip. So basically I'm just gonna apply a little bit of balm on my lip. and that's all my face done. Thank you very much for watching, guys. Obviously, if you like to give me some suggestion or you want to talk, please write something underneath in the comments. And obviously, if you like this face, if you think that obviously this is something interesting, the makeup I've done today, the testing video which I've done for the foundations, then subscribe to me. And I'm doing the mixture of the videos, a bit of fashion, bit of normal life, bit of makeup, stuff like that, everything what is actually included into woman's life. I've done one how I color my hair during the quarantine at home. So yeah, please be the part of my small at the moment family in YouTube and join me. And yeah, I'll see you in another video. Thank you very much. Bye bye.